You want to talk about sweet, like a Shirley Temple. Joel Embiid impresses in his limited NBA preseason debut with the Sixers last night. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Played 12-plus minutes, only played the first half. Encouraging signs from JoJo. Kyle Gaffner is here. I'm Adrian Fecchio. We're here to discuss the first preseason game of the Sixers. And let's bring Kyle in right now. What did you think of JoJo?
It was exciting to see him out there, man. Finally, after 2 long years of waiting, we got to see Joel Embiid finally play. And I like what I saw of him. I was a little salty about him not being able to play more than the 12-minute restriction that they had on him, but great to see him out there. Thought he was a little hesitant about going down low and banging. He looked like he really fell in love with his jump shot, but that's a hell of a jump shot for a 7'2" big man.
He stepped out right at the end of the opening frame there. Steps out, and it wasn't a three-pointer because his foot was on the line, but you saw his range, man. It's a smooth stroke. It's not like one of those strokes where you're shooting the three just because you can shoot it. He can actually make the three. Who was the guy a couple years ago on the Sixers? Was it Mullins? The guy always shot three-pointers and never fucking made any of them.
Yeah, it probably was Mullins, the big center that shot him, the big goofy white guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like when I think of a big guy shooting, I always think of Mullins because the guy could never hit anything. Like the scouting report will always say like, oh, he has range on his jump shot. Well, that doesn't fucking mean he can make it consistently. So yeah. All right. So Embiid, man, I mean that first basket he had, the moves in the post right there. Smooth, quick, agile, athletic. Oh, my God. So you can see the raw physical skill set. He missed his first 3 shots from the floor. First shot was like a face-up jumper. Missed it off the front of the rim. Second shot he had a couple jab steps from the right elbow before pulling up. Missed that one, too. And then a right baseline jumper. So yeah, he took his fair share of jumpers, but he looked smooth and I mean, you can see it, man. You can see that the raw physical talent is definitely there.
And that's what would have made him the number 1 pick if it wasn't for that injury that fell to us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cleveland. But it was awesome there. And it looks like he's got to work a little bit, and that's why they're going to bring him along slowly, a little bit of his stamina. He looked a little sluggish at time to time, a little worn out there. But
oh, yeah.
But how about the defensive set, too? That one block he had on Jaylen Brown, wow. That was awesome. He's just like, get this out here. So, I think that would be good if he's playing with Okafor over there because he's got the defensive skills. He's smooth. He can run the floor, and he even took it up the floor one time. And I was expecting him to do a crossover and do like an awesome jam, but he dished it out. But it looks like he can handle a rock a little bit too.
Yeah, I thought he was Ben Simmons out there. 7'2" guy doing that shit. I mean, it's insane. And I've made this point before, but I'll make it again. You don't see centers this fluid and this agile. And I mean, I really want to emphasize the fluidity here. Every center you see in the NBA is like stiff as hell. Mm-hmm. Not Embiid.
Mm-mm. No, he's not. And you touched on it. A lot of them are stiff. It look like Sarge. He's a little bit smaller than him, but the dude is just as stiff as a board. But it just looks like I don't know if that had to do with his volleyball skills or when he was a little bit smaller, that he could handle the rock a little bit more, or watching those tapes of the Dream doing that. I don't know what it is, but thank God. But I love his shot, too. I want to touch a little bit more on his shot. It's like a rainbow shot, and I love me some big men that can shoot. That is such a huge key to have for someone that's just not going to go down to the block because you can defend against that. You got to guard this guy being at the top of the key, being over on the side. You have to guard the whole court to be able to stop this guy. But this guy looks like the reason we took him number 3 overall. He's got that next level stuff to take us to the promised land.
Yeah, I'm with you. And, I made this point on Sean Brace's show earlier today. I mean, and this is something that we've said too. He's got more raw physical talent than Jahlil Okafor. He can do a little bit more. And when we said that, we got a lot of hate for it. But as you can see last night, I mean, there's some serious physical tools there. There really is. And it's more than just offensively, defensively. The way he can get up on, like, I don't know who was it Jay Crowder, the one that made the lefty layup over him?
Yeah.
That was an insane shot, by the way.
That was incredible.
But like the point of that was, did you see how high Embiid was to alter that shot?
Yes.
That's the kind of shit we're gonna see.
Which is awesome because Jahlil, for being as big body as he is, can't really jump as high as that. The man's got some ups. And for him, I thought that shot was going to go over the backboard, but that was like a trick shot you see out playing basketball on the street. But I was really excited to see him, and I'm being a little selfish, and I wanted him to see at least like 20 minutes out there. But they're going to do the baby gloves with him, and I hope next game, the next preseason game, maybe he cranks it up to maybe 15 minutes because it was awesome. And then Sarge out there too. That was another debut we got to see, which was exciting to see. He's got a nice stroke too.
Yeah, let's talk about Saric. Now, Embiid was reported today. Well, Brett Brown said today that he will play tomorrow. So Embiid, we'll see how many minutes he gets. And Saric, yeah, he's the other one that made his Sixers preseason debut. Hit a couple 3-pointers, hit a couple jump shots. So we saw the shooting stroke. I saw some of the things that I saw during the Olympics. And I also saw some of the bad stuff from the Olympics too. They can't fucking defend. I mean, whoo! Oh man, he's got the slowest feet in the fucking league.
Al Horford ate him alive. Yes, He made Al Horford look really, really quick, like he had dream shake moves. I mean, he was just stiff at the board, and every time he was down the block and he was getting pushed around, Al Horford's not a big guy, and he was getting pushed around, Sharks. So. And every time he would just have his hands straight up. It's like, I want to see a little bit more body contact. Throw some weight around a little bit. You're 6'10". You should be able to do that. You should be able to defend Al Horford.
Yeah. So, dude, any stretch 4 in the NBA, he's not going to be able to guard.
No.
He's not going to be able to do it. So, you're going to have to pair him with a capable defender. That's for sure. Yeah, Noel, for sure. So, that's the way I kind of look at that. We'll see. I mean, Sharp, where he is good defensively is with his help defense. We didn't really see that last night, but helping and getting blocks and shit from the weak side, like that's the kind of shit he does. But that's all he can do defensively because he can't stay in front of you. So he's very. You want to talk about stiff? Sarge has some stiffness to him.
Yes, he does, and for his shooting, he was a really good catch and shoot guy type of forward out there, which I like. But even when he was handling the ball, he looked a little nervous, and he was getting shut down a little bit. A lot of indecisive passes that got broken up and stolen. But it's his first game in a little bit. He's playing with a new team, so I think that will come along too. But love what I saw from the shooting strip from Sharch.
Yeah, with you there. Any other guys you liked last night?
Sergio Rodriguez, I was impressed with his handle, his ability to pass. I
told you about him. I told you about him.
Wow.
Dude, yeah.
Wow. So that was a great pickup, a great 1-year signing. That dude can definitely handle a rock. He can get into tight spaces. He can do bounce passes around the back. That one move when he was cutting to the basket and snuck it in between 2 defenders to give it to Jeremy Grant for the easy layup. That was awesome.
His vision was insane. And watching him in the Olympics as well, like you can see it, and he was getting playing time over Ricky Rubio for a lot, some of those games. So Sergio Rodriguez is sneaky, really pretty good, and he might be the starting point guard. Who knows?
I would like that now that we got Ben Simmons out. I would like to have him inserted, but I love what I saw out of TJ McConnell. I'm a big TJ McConnell fan. He brings the energy every night. He looks like he's gotten a lot better with his decisiveness with passing. He was on the defensive end. That's just really good. He's like a spark plug off the bench. So I like what I saw out of him and Rashawn Holmes. It looks like they had real good chemistry with Sergio Rodriguez and Rashawn Holmes last night because they had a real good connection where they got 3 or 4 easy baskets where he lobbed it up and he had a monster jam over somebody. That was incredible. That was really fun to watch. And that will bring some life back to Wells Fargo Center now that we're a little bit depleted with the prized possession and Ben Simmons being out for a couple months.
Yeah. Holmes had a really good summer league as well. So encouraging signs from him, definitely for sure. Where does McConnell get the hate from? Why do you think people hate him so much?
I don't know. It's interesting.
People literally think he's like the worst player in the league. Like it's that bad sometimes.
I don't think it is. He's a more raw player. He was a 4-year starter out of Arizona. He was drafted, but the kid has improved night in and night out. I mean, he's got energy. He never quits on plays. He's always chasing the ball, and you need that on your team. He's not going to go out there and wow you with his athleticism, or his vision isn't as good as Sergio Rodriguez or Ben Simmons, but the kid can play basketball. He's got a high IQ.
He's a bulldog. He's a bulldog out there. I mean, he's not a number one point guard. I mean, I think we know that. He might not even be a backup point guard in some teams, but I think he's a good fit for us. And people just like discredit him, and I never understood it. I mean, this is a kind of player that Philadelphia should like.
Yeah, he's a gritty guy, blue-collar guy. You would think so. I don't know where the all hate comes from. I don't know if it's because he doesn't wow you, like I said, with the sexy
Because he's white and he has a hair flip.
And maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it is. The mystery of TJ McConnell has been solved. All right, before we head out, let's talk about Ben Simmons just real quick. So, obviously, we talked about him fracturing the fifth metatarsal in his right foot. He's got a Jones fracture. Mm-hmm. So, he's out the next 3 to 4 months. And his agent yesterday said that he doesn't want Ben playing this season. What the fuck?
This guy should be fired right now. Ben Simmons, you want to know what you should do? Fire this man right now because he's an idiot. You don't need to sit out for the entire season. Yes, don't rush yourself back. Take your time. But I don't think there's a need for that. And I don't think the city will like that either. I think we might see flip cars, crowds marching up and down Broad Street. It's just huge mobs if this happens because we waited for so long, and finally we got the first overall pick, which is what we've been trying to do for so long, and we got such a game-changing franchise player in Ben Simmons. And for them to even think about this, it's absurd. It's asinine, and I won't stand for it.
If there's one team that knows how to handle injuries, it's the Sixers. Shit, man. So Nerlens Noel, we saw it from him, babied him. They babied Joel Embiid. Now they're going to baby Ben Simmons. So, I don't know. He needs time on the floor. He needs fucking minutes. He needs playing time. No, he's not sitting out the season. That's just fucking stupid.
It's dumb. And I don't even know why they're even thinking about this. And Colangelo better not even think about doing this either because, for one, that's why Hinkie got a lot of hate for doing the same exact thing. And for you to turn around and do the exact same thing that Hinkie was doing, it's stupid. He does need minutes. You need continuity with the team. Yeah, the talent is there, but you have to have chemistry with your teammates. Get out there and play basketball. The city needs it.
Boom.
We need it.
Boom. There it is. All right, we're gonna make the show quick because I'm doing a flyer show. I'm doing fucking 3 shows tonight. Insane.
3 sports.
Yeah. So we'll keep this show a little bit shorter. Final thoughts before we head out. Anything else on your mind?
I'd like really another guy that I think might even make the team was Brandon Paul. I want to touch on him. He's a bigger guy that can hit the 3. He's been playing. He had a really good summer league, and he impressed me last night too. He was hitting open shots. He can get some rebounds. So I would like to give this kid a chance and get him on the team because we need shooters. Surround Sergio Rodriguez and then Ben Simmons too, and Joel with shooters.
Yeah, Sixers definitely need some shooters, and he did have a good summer league. So he can shoot the 3, and that's what he did at Illinois. So he might make the team. I wouldn't be surprised. So that's that. Other than that, I got nothing else really to say. So that's Kyle Gaffner. I am Adrian Fetchu. Stay tuned, Flyers fans. We're doing a Flyers show next. Travis Konechny and Ivan Provorov. Look at me busting out my hockey knowledge. Bitches.
Damn.
We're out. Kyle Gaffner. I'm Adrian Fetchu. 8:20. Wow. So that game's going on right now. Will Mets and Giants. Yeah.
Go Giants.
I got it on DVR. Yeah, go Giants, definitely for sure. I got it on DVR, so I'll be watching it in a bit.
Later.
So, yeah, we're out.